I have been selling this book, Zanazli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. You're watching and listening to FAT BIDIN Film Club, and I'm assuming I'm Zanazli.
And I'm Jilake.
As usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we're watching a local film and we're reviewing it. And this week's local film is...
Jilake.
Jilake, betul. You might see this review being recorded in Sabah again.
Okay.
Because, you know, yeah, we'll talk about it later. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
So we're doing this review, as we said in the intro. Watch the movie in KL, doing the review in Umadal, Sabah. Because, you know, we're on a shoot right now. Well, we're not. The shoot is going to start soon. But watch out. There's a new movie, there's a new film.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out for this new movie that FAT BIDIN is going to be producing.
We
should
so
be out.
dangerous.
We should be out end of the year or early next year. Okay? And just stay tuned. Like what they used to say in the olden days, you know, last time on TV3 there was this music show hosted by this guy from the band Saturn. Stay out of tune, he says. Okay, whenever the show ends, he's gonna say, stay out of tune. Okay, anyway, so we watched Jilake, directed by Aziz M. Osman. Okay, now I grew up watching Aziz M. Osman's films, like X-Ray and all that, right? So I like his films, you know. They were not great films, well, I don't know, they were good films, right? In the 80s and 90s, and I used to watch it. But he hasn't made film in a long time. And now he's come up with Jilake. Would you like to please tell everybody about it? It stars Amirul Effendi, who we like. And he's starring, I think this is one of the first films that he's in where he's like the main character, right?
No lah, Private Sapu.
Oh yeah, Private Sapu, I forgot. Sorry Amirul Effendi. But,
And then that other one, One to Jaga.
Yeah, but this one he's an action hero. Whoa, no, sorry. Silat mah.
No lah, is it?
Yeah lah, silat.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
Malay 1768 what?
Yeah, true lah.
18th
Okay, so
century?
it's set in the
1700s.
very earliest century.
1700s.
During the
Dutch
colonization.
After the Portuguese, the Dutch. Okay, the Dutch. Before the British even.
Yes,
Okay,
so the Dutch are here to form the... Is it East India?
The East India, the company lah.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
Dutch.
company.
The
And
East
they've
India
hired
Dutch
this
company.
Jilake, which is led by Nagasari, which is played by
Saiful Apek.
And they're just like a bunch of bandits.
Who actually can act, because last time I watched... Well, you see, because Aziz M. Osman did scenario. And Saiful Apek...
Okay, so anyway, so like these 6 gangsters are basically
Did you just say,
like thugs.
did you just say sex? I heard you just say sex.
Like thugs
Sex.
for the Dutch. Okay.
Okay, go ahead then.
This is why we don't get invited to movie premieres.
Pulau Umadal does this to me, you know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the blue lighting that looks like a...
A bit more. You keep pushing me.
Okay, and then... Okay, so yeah, it's about that. And then they want to go into this one kampong to...
Kampong Ketayap.
Yeah, to basically like...
In Perak.
colonize the kampong lah. It's basically what they're trying to do.
Dutch, yeah.
But then Amirul Effendi happens to stumble upon a kampong with a dead rusa, and then he ends up like defending the kampong and falling in love with the Ketua Kampong's daughter,
divorcee daughter,
who's
her
she's divorced from Bel Nasri.
Bel Nasri.
Yes.
Yeah, who we all know from Kaki Bakar.
Who is supposed to be like the golden boy in the kampong, but he's like
Or
useless
loser lah. He's useless lah. Everybody thinks
Yeah,
he's
so
useless.
anyway,
he's trying to wrestle power
so
from
this
his
kampong has
father-in-law.
like a secret, but it's like very rundown, very like nothing.
Can we tell the secret?
No.
Oh, it's a spoiler, is it? Okay.
So yeah lah. So that's basically what the show is about lah.
So it shows these Jilake people fighting Amirul
For
Effendi,
the
who
Dutch.
his name is what? Kuping,
Yeah.
And he's like a really good fighter, and they fight a lot, nice
Yeah.
fight scenes and all that. Okay, so what do we think about the film?
What do we think of the film? You should go first.
Okay, I have a feeling you don't like the film
Why? What makes you say that?
because it's any film that is done before a certain period in time you don't like.
Maybe you should slowly think first
Yeah.
before you say
Okay,
anything.
so before you-
think first. Take a minute. And then
Okay,
say.
so I like the film a lot. It's not, I like Blood Brothers more, right? But I like this film because it's funny, right? It pokes fun at its own self. There was this one film that we watched before this where it was also making fun of its own self.
Blood Brothers.
Oh yeah,
With the
yeah.
explosions.
Yeah, so I like films that don't take this. I like filmmakers who make films and don't take themselves too seriously, and this is one film like that lah. I mean, they make fun of the process of filmmaking and how different films are in Malaysia. There is this satire-like feel to it where it's making fun of different types of films in Malaysia lah. And I like that. And there were like a lot of like funny scenes and funny one-liners, which was really really funny because there was this one time when the Dutch come, right, and then the Malay people in the kampung were like defending it. They said, kita tak nak orang luar datang sakau duit kita, kemudian bagi balik duit kita dan suruh kita pergi shopping. And then
orang kita
and then
sakau
Bel
duit
Nasri
kita.
says, kita nak orang kita sakau kita, ambil duit kita, bagi balik duit tu kat kita, lepas tu pergi suruh kita shopping. It had a lot of one-liners like that. It was just so funny. And these one-liners were not just making fun of like social political issues in the country, it was making fun of themselves while making the film. So I thought that was great lah, Look, acting-wise, this is not that kind of film lah. Right?
It's not an auteur film.
Yeah, it's not. It is very auteur. I think it's very auteur-like as well because it's very Aziz M. Osman. You watch XX-Ray, right? It's like that. So yes, Aziz M. Osman to me is one of the veteran filmmakers who has a style of his own. But what I'm saying is like the film, you don't need to be great actors to be in this film because it's not about the acting. Although the actors are good actors. You've got Amirul Effendi, you've got Bel Nasri and all that, right? They are good actors. But it's not. This film is really a director's medium. He cuts, the edits is funny, the timing of the comedy is really good. So I really, really enjoyed it. And there's a mixture in the dialogue, right? There's a mixture of like confusion of time, because it's set in the 1700s. Yet the dialogue is so referral, the reference in the dialogue is so like 2025. So I like that. There was something lacking though about the film. Not really lacking. I just felt that maybe it was a little bit too much packed with all these one-liners and it became like a lot lah, and it was a little bit tiring. The film was more than 2 hours long. What, 2.5? Almost.
2 hours 15 minutes.
So it could have been shorter. For a comedy like this, it could have been shorter. I mean, I enjoyed all of the funny parts, but maybe we need a break. We need a break somewhere in the film, or at least not make it so long. Okay, so what do you have to say?
Well, you would be surprised to hear that I actually agree with you. I thought it was quite a funny film.
Yeah, and you know what? You said sex just now.
I did not say sex just now.
Okay, anyway, yeah, please.
Is it like the best film I've seen? No, but I thought it was very intelligent. In that way that we like, it's like how we like Mama Khalid films, They're like, like social commentary, but they are not social commentary for the elite. Yeah, social commentary for everyone. And if you are elite enough to understand the intellectual humor in it, then great, good for you. But if you don't,
it's also
you're still gonna enjoy the film.
Because there's slapstick, there's everything.
But the slapstick is not like idiocy, like really downright stupid, you know? So it's just got that nice balance. You can see that he's got a lot of control.
Yeah. Aziz M, Osman,
I really like the quippy one-liners. I thought they were very pointed. It's fun that this film, you know, lepas LPF. It always humors me so much when Malay films that have these kind of quippy lines lepas LPF.
And it was supported by like all the government agencies and all that, which was great.
Great.
I mean, to me, I want to see it as, hey, you know, we are progressing, and they can see they have a sense of humor.
And they can stick it to the man.
Yeah. Can I say that there was that one-liner that I thought was also very funny, where when Amirul Effendi, what's his name again? Kuping arrives at the kampung, right? And then Bel Ngasri, what's his name, Kasturi, and the rest of the kampung people were at the warung, and then they see him come. Kita tak suka orang luar datang, kita tak suka benda baru, kita tak suka orang baru. Kita tak nak benda-benda baru kat kampung ni. He's like carrying a dead deer, right, that he just hunted, right?
Yeah.
Aku ada tangkap rusa ni. Aku nak makan seorang tak boleh. Ingat aku kongsi lah. Oh, boleh. So if you bring something for them, they will okay.
Yeah, she's like so It was I thought the perfect embodiment of everything that is wrong with stereotypical Malay culture, but then also the embodiment of everything that could be right about it as well. There was a lot of like, you cannot bersangka buruk, and there was also, it was like half of it was almost like funny mat kilau, because there was a lot of this like us versus them, the Melayus versus colonizer.
But not in the mat kilau spirit.
But it was just so not in the mat kilau spirit, and it was just very
fun,
almost nationalistic. Actually, if you think about it, there's a point where, because the first layer of us versus them that you see is the Kampong people versus the Enam Jilaka, you see. And the thing that you have to already, if you haven't figured it out, it's not just about the Enam Jilaka. This film is more than that. But that's the first like layer of conflict that you see, and then later on it develops into not that, but a different kind of us versus them. And I thought that transition was actually very nice, and it was also kind of touching lah in a way. So I like that. I do agree that it was very long and quite tiring, especially like there was a part in the front and the back which I think was just really for fun, where Amirul Effendi follows his boatman back to his house, and then there's this whole thing lah, which is basically like a short film in itself. But I really like, other than it being really funny, what was the point of that? It didn't contribute to the plot at all.
No, it's again, I think, a social commentary of the Malay culture. It's
I know.
He sees this ugly, poor Malay man with a beautiful, pretty wife. Ini mesti guna ilmu hitam ni, mesti setan. But actually, it's his real wife.
Actually, anyway, and then
so you gotta watch the film lah. You gotta watch the film.
So it could have stuck to the plot a little bit more. There were a lot of bits inside that basically if you pull out, it can be its own short film, which I felt was a little bit unnecessary lah. Like there's this whole, like Bel Ngasri's character Kasturi basically goes through like this entire journey also, and then like Saiful Apek and his brother also go through like some kind of journey also.
So there is character development, right?
Yeah, but the character development is basically to the point where each character can have its own short film, and then you like mushed it up to become this one feature film.
Yeah.
So it could have been shorter at a lot of parts and saved us a little bit of time lah.
You know, maybe he's got this idea of like franchising it to like the Marvel universe,
maybe, I don't
where
know.
each character will then have spin-offs, and then he can make more money from the film. Maybe if it is, then good for you, Abang Aziz.
But it could have been shorter lah.
Yeah.
So would you tell people to watch this film?
I would definitely tell people to watch this film. Go and watch this film. It's so much fun. Wait. There was another thing that I like also. The cameos. The cameos. You got David Teo, Aziz M. Osman himself, you know. And then there was a Chinese part, right? Where they were all lombong biji timah, right? In the 1700s, right? Orang Melayu datang kan. Oh, kenapa sikit sangat sell the timah to the tauke, right? Dan the tauke, nak ambil je lah, kita dah bagi dah ni. Oh, syukur, Alhamdulillah, syukur dengan apa yang ada. And then when the Chinese fella comes, ini dia dapat. Ayo, Tak apa,
this,
nanti
go to
saya datang
buy.
balik Saya datang balik, saya beli ni lombong.
And then it becomes genting.
It's great. It's so fun. It's so fun.
It's a fun film.
Respectful. There's no like racist any element in it.
I think it's
You
just
know?
very apt. It's
Yeah.
very apt. If you terasa, then memang that's your problem lah.
If you terasa, then there's something
You are
wrong
the
with
problem.
you,
You are the
man. This is like
Because this film was
fun.
great.
It's
Yeah.
great. It's great. Okay, so yes,
Yes,
everybody
go watch it.
man.
Go watch it. It just
It's
came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's it,
So
man. Go
let us
watch
know what
it.
you
Let
think.
us know what you think.
There's a
We
wedding.
really-
There's a wedding going on.
Yeah, just like the last review
Like
you
the
did.
last review.
Blood
and
Brothers.
It's gonna go on until morning.
Ah.
So we need to like cut this short.
Yeah,
so like
so-
this video.
Don't like
Don't
this
like this
video.
video.
You know, follow us on all social media platforms. Get everything at fatbidin.com. Or subscribe to our channel. Oh my god, it's all there.
At Fat Bidin,
and
yes.
you know, you've been watching and listening to Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming of Zan Azli.
And I am Shelly Bustaman.
Keep pushing me that side.